Welcome back to my channel. So I want to start with Jpybasket actually for our top down analysis today for next coming week and see how the market does for us. Now, if you look inside here on the monthly chart, there was what? A break of market structure here. Good. But if you look inside here, there was a shift of market structure here. That price cleared out the liquidity here, making this an inducement. This was entirely an inducement. Which price was required to come and clear out this low? Which price has taken out external range liquidity on the monthly time frame? Now, looking inside here again, I also have a structural shift here. Which price has taken out what? Also a monthly time frame structural shift. Looking in here, I can take this as a structural liquidity. What I have here, I have another block here. 1 IRL, right? And if I use my Fibonacci from this high to this low, I'm on discount level, right? I'm on a discount level. That's one confluence for me, discount level. Meaning I'm expecting price to buy up into this premium level, that other block or this field swing that is actually here. Now, I'll come in here to my weekly time frame. Now, this is what got me worried last week in a bit because on the weekly time frame, I'm required to be very conscious of what? Fair value gap. It was a tiny one here. That's what got me worried last week. There was a sweep of liquidity above. This liquidity was swept above, and it was what? A fair value gap. That's why I think market is still struggling on top of this area because on the weekly chart, market reacts more on fair value gap, order block, or liquidity void, depending on the scenario reference point that price encounters. Now, looking at the daily chart, price has cleared at this swing point and also with a fair value gap. And also, that was also a weekly fair value gap. And it's highlighting that price might clear this down below. But we have here on the daily time frame, I have what? I have a shift of market structure here on the daily time frame, external range liquidity. Now, I found out my mistake was that I forgot to use our Fibonacci here from this high, from this low to this high, mean I should be looking for more of sales, but I was reacting based on breaker, which was actually on the premium. So the lesson I learned last week was never take any trade for a buy on a premium. Now I come here and I take in my buy here, and I have 1 day OB IRL. That is the only institutional reference point that is below 50%. Coming down to my 1 4 hours, I will check it here. Does it have what does it have here? There's no structural liquidity. So there's high chance that price may come as deep as this low around here. Recently, I started trying to study structural liquidity just to understand how structural liquidity works. But now, looking at my JPY basket here, I'm expecting price to sell more because why? I have a sweep of liquidity here, a swept here, price swept that level, another shift of market structure here, and price might still come up to clear this high as a form of liquidity. Do you see that? Clear this high, tap on this, or look for a fair value gap around on top to pull it down. Because when price clears out a liquidity like an old high, it always need a fair value gap to push it down. So price might tap that level, or price might tap here and come down. It depends on price, or price might go down directly because the shift of market structure here with an old high around here as our structural liquidity. That's for JPY. So I'm looking for a bit of small buy then a sell like this. Price might take this out a little bit and come down a little bit. That actually means that if price is selling, I should be looking for more of buys, in the sense whereby on our on what am I seeing here on the JPY, but on GPJPY, right? I have what here? I have a shift of market structure here. Do you see it yourself? A shift of market structure. But on GPJPY, what got me a little bit worried was this. Price has taken out this external range liquidity on 1 month, right? Which I'm expecting price to sell down to either of this other block or this one, right? This other block here or this other block. I'm expecting more of sales. Now, if I come down to 1 week time frame, on 1 week time frame, the same thing happening to JPY basket. Price is resting on a fair value gap. And you know, internal range liquidity, price will have to take out external range liquidity. So this is 1 week FVG IRL, right? 1 week fair value gap, meaning there's no structural shift here, but price cleared out this low here into this fair value gap. But I have also a shift of market structure here. You see it now from this high to this low. This might be a liquidity sweep around here. Price might go out and clear this high, just as the way I showed you on JPY basket. This coming from 1 week. Price might go and clear this low. I can't really say until until price comes down to this level, this other block on 1 day. Now going back to my daily chart, you can see that price is more of a bullish movement, which was my mistake. I got this sell, but I was looking at this level here for my TP and I didn't look at the chart well and I got swept out with stop loss. But if you look at it very well, there was a shift of market structure here on a 1 hour time frame, and price what came and did what? It took out structural liquidity here. You see, took out structural liquidity there for this what? For this other block. It came again, structural break of structure here. You can see it yourself. This was a liquidity sweep, another structural break here. If you look inside again, very, very, very well, keep looking inside. This also was like a structural liquidity. I learned this one recently. I keep studying and also learning, because that is the last low, under structure created inside this sweep of change of character. Also, we keep learning. And what do we have now? We have another what? Another shift of market structure. I can use this as IRL and here as change of market structure, or even this one, shift of market structure, or this shift of market structure. And there is high tendency that price will come out and clear this low as our structural liquidity. Also, that's the liquidity sweep. Price might come down to clear it. Let's look at this. Yeah, so price might come down to clear this low. Look for a fair value gap below, because price is always reacting on a fair value gap after price has cleared out structural liquidity or something. You can see that, right? You can see that, right? So let's see what will happen if price will come down here, aligning with this. If price will go up, clearing this whole liquidity here to this fair value gap and keep selling, and this will keep buying, right? Let's see what happens. So I hope we predict our prediction goes the same way we're looking at it. And don't forget to subscribe on my channel, ask your questions on my channel. I'll gladly answer all your questions. Thank you so much and bye.